Well, hi everybody. Welcome to a special edition of the MenoLounge. There is an amazing event coming up, so I wanted to have the docs on. They are part of the Portland Menopause Collective. Dr. Bond is going to be there at this great event, and so I wanted you to meet them. So I see you here now. I'm going to start breathing. We're going to have, keep your fingers crossed. We've got everybody here today. All right, let's see. Gonna add you. Dr. Sanchez-Goettler. Okay, let's see. Here she comes. I hope. Here we go. Hello, Dr.
Hi.
Sanchez-Goettler. Hello, how are you?
Oh, great. So
Hi,
nice.
Jen.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. I'm super excited. Okay, let me grab, I see Dr. O'Sullivan here and Dr. Okay. Hang on, ladies. Okay, great. It's always fun when we're adding. You can have sips of water here, huh? Right. Let's see. Invite. Okay, Dr. O'Sullivan and Dr. Matsumura. Let's see if I saw you there.
Hi, Julie.
Oh, hi. Sorry, I'm not looking at you right now. Let's see. Dr.
No,
Matsumura.
you're fine.
Okay, Dr.
You probably did
O'Sullivan.
it.
Okay, one more. I'm going to grab Dr. Matsumura. I thought I saw her join here. Dr. Matsumura, you can click that little plus button so we can add you really quickly. I think I saw you sneak by really fast. I'm so excited. You guys are having such a great event coming up, and I really wanted to share. I see, oh, Dr. Andrea. There we go. Okay, that's why. Here we
Thanks,
go.
Julie. And we're excited that you're part of it.
Yes, I am. I know.
Yeah.
And you've got it at such an incredible location as well. Okay, Dr. Andrea, I got you there too. Okay, she'll be up in just a second. Ladies, Happy New Year. Doctors, Happy New Year.
Happy
Happy
New
New
Year.
Year.
Oh, we did it. Shoo. No pressure.
We're all
Well,
here.
everybody's here. So good to see everyone. I just started to share. I wanted to bring you all on to talk about, of course, shift happens, right? Health and strength and longevity, all of your specialties, and about this incredible event that you've got coming up in March. Dr. Vonda is going to be your keynote. We love Dr. Vonda
Yes.
Wright and all of you. So let's talk about that. And then we're going to talk about shift happens around health and strength and longevity. So Dr. O'Sullivan, do you want to lead the chat on the event coming up?
Yes, absolutely. We had a conference here in Portland last year, and it was an incredible success. I wanted to push ourselves out of our comfort zone a little and do something bigger. And we are doing a weekend retreat at the beautiful Salishan Coastal Lodge down on the Oregon coast, which I'm sure you know is just stunning.
Stunning. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. And so it's for women to come together, and we're trying to build this community. Um, and spend the weekend together. We'll have some talks, some fireside chats, Q&A panels, workshops, beautiful walks on the beach, and we're really excited to build this community together.
Really important. I love retreats. We're doing, there are more and more events for menopause, which I love. I don't think we can ever have enough. Just to be, if nothing else, in community. But having a retreat where not only can we gain incredible information, be around amazing doctors like all of you, but to just take a break, take a pause, and really spend some time pouring back into ourselves in a beautiful environment. I think it's priceless. So I love that you're
Exactly.
doing that, and I'm sure you're going to be all filled fast, yeah?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're really looking forward to this because we know, and hi everybody, I'm Dr. Andrea Matsumura, sleep and women's health. And really why we are doing this is because we want to develop advocacy for women. We want to make sure that women know that this could be your next best phase of life. And why not have a strategy and a roadmap to help you discover what the next best stage of life can be?
I love that. And especially in midlife, I just was on a call with a dear friend, and her son is getting ready to go off to college, and that's a big transition point. And in midlife, we have these big transition points. Maybe we're changing jobs, maybe we're changing partners, who knows what we're doing, stepping into weight training. And to have a roadmap and a community and expert advice along the way is so valuable. So I love
Yeah,
that.
and we have felt that so many of our patients have felt hopeless, that there's no solutions. They've tried to talk to their primary care physicians or other physicians and just haven't gotten the answers that they wanted to. And we just want to bring hope to them.
Yeah.
And we are 4 specialists. So we have a hormone specialist, Dr. O'Sullivan, and then Dr. Matsumura, sleep medicine, and then we have orthopedic surgeons, Dr. Wright, and then Dr. Nancy Shipley, and then myself, who I'm an obesity medicine doctor.
All the important parts.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to drop Dr. O'Sullivan. We're going to go into our topic today about health, strength, and longevity. Let's talk a little bit about your superpower around hormones and how that's impacting, especially the blueprint, the roadmap that you're creating and sharing, and whatever you'd like to share today.
Oh, yeah. So I have a long career in primary care. I'm a family doctor. And before I learned all about ovarian hormones, I feel like I was practicing medicine with a hand tied behind my back.
Mm,
Knowing this information, and it's not really taught in medical school or residency, it makes your job so much more wonderful and so much easier.
yeah.
So one of the things we all focus on as well always is education as well, not just for women in general, but for clinicians.
Mhm.
Um, and so over the last 20 years, really, because of the Women's Health Initiative study, the way the results were released, hormones have basically been withheld from women. And now, because of social media, I think, there have been people working for years, clinicians working their tails off to get this information out. But really, until social media became part of it, it was so difficult for them.
Right.
Because when you publish in a journal, it's not the same.
We're not
You
going over
know,
to the NIH, not reading, looking for the latest journal that was published. Yeah.
exactly. So social media really blew it up, got rid of that taboo about speaking about women's health and even sexual health, and allowed women to speak more openly. Everyone found each other. They formed communities because it's so lovely to know it can be a very lonely time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Your self-confidence takes such a hit. You
Right.
become socially isolated often. This, like you said earlier, Julie, like this is a time where women will leave their job,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
sometimes leave their partners,
Mm-hmm.
um, and it can be a really lonely time. So I think this advent of everything being spoken about on social media has been such a blessing, really, for women all over the
Right.
world.
Right.
Yes.
To
Mhm.
amplify what was happening quietly in the background. So, and I know there's some pushback about, menopause education over social media. But it's the women now. What I love about it, it's the women and the doctors that are coming forward um, to empower ourselves. So when we go to maybe our family practitioner who delivered our baby, maybe who is not as educated on menopause, we can say, hey, how about this? And do it hopefully in a way that doesn't create defensiveness. I think it's kind of a bigger conversation now that all doctors are starting to get on board, because women are coming in with their paper and their checklist and like, oh,
I
we
know,
get,
and there's been like
Yeah.
last year there were a couple of articles that came out that I think were such wonderful tools for women to have in their tool belt going to their doctor or their any clinician. And that was one by Dr. Barbara Levy and Dr. James Simon,
mm,
Contemporary Management of Hormone Therapy.
mm,
That was a short paper that brought you through everything that happened in the Women's Health Initiative and how safe hormone therapy is.
mm,
A great gift to give your clinician. And the other one was the paper by Dr. Rhonda Wright
mm-hmm,
and the musculoskeletal syndrome of menopause. So
mm-hmm.
such wonderful tools for women, not just to read themselves, but to bring to their clinician and say, hey, do you mind taking a look at these? Because I
Right.
feel like I'm behind the ball here.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what I do? I always bring a book when I have my whatever appointments. I bring a menopause book or related from all, everyone you've talked about, all of the menodocs that I get to work
Yeah.
with, and I bring one as a gift. And sometimes it's received well, sometimes not that much, but whatever. I'm not attached to the outcome. I just
Yeah.
doing my part, doing my
Keep
part.
trying.
Well,
Keep
we still
trying.
have so much work to do. That's what you're saying. And you know what we're really doing here is we're echoing the call and the cry of the women that are all over the world, truly. And we need our fellow clinicians to get on board with us, write this train and get educated. And
Mm-hmm.
those published articles are great tools. And really, they're helping women develop the advocacy that they need so that we can have this bidirectional education for clinicians and for women and for those who are not yet in perimenopause. And fun fact, right? 35 plus, you know, you may think that you're too young, but those subtle changes can begin to happen. I as a
That's for sure.
sleep medicine doc, and
Please talk about
I'm
sleep. It's
also,
huge.
yeah, I know, and I'm also menopause certified as well, because hormones play such an intimate role in the architecture of our sleep. And so that is oftentimes the first symptom that brings a woman in, and they may be in their late 30s and don't realize that that is actually what's happening, that they have entered perimenopause.
Right.
And often we have normalized that discomfort and that abnormal sleep pattern into thinking that it's just just the phase of life you're in, because
Right.
you may be at a very stressful job, or you may have children, or you might be taking care of older adults, and it's
Right.
just written off as normal, when in fact it is the first sign that might be showing up that your body is changing. There are subtle shifts happening in the body, and this is the wake-up call.
That is for sure. You know, I don't think I slept for 10 years. And it was all the things you said, plus, you know, sorry, Dave, husband snoring, like all of this stuff. And until I started hormone therapy in my late 50s and took progesterone, I started to sleep, you know. And if anyone who watches the MenoLounge, I'm always talking about this. Like, how come nobody told me progesterone would help me sleep? But it is, we talk so much about our morning routine when a good day starts the night before. Hands down. And sleep is such a huge part of that. And it contributes to weight management is also.
Yes.
So Dr. Sanchez, I'm coming for you in 1 second here. But so talking about sleep is really, really important in teaching women the importance, and not just to write it off as, oh, you know, I'm stressed, or the things that we tend to just blame it on, versus really taking a look like, oh, this is probably Perry coming and knocking nice and early. Yeah.
Yes,
Really good.
100%. And you said something very important. You said a good day starts with a good night, and it's vice versa. A good night starts with a good day. And so they really complement each other, and it's important to invest in ourselves, which is why we're having this at a lovely location, because I've already said this a couple of times, but I'll say it here. A beautiful location, a beautiful community, beautiful things are going to happen. You're going to be walking out with a ton of information, your own roadmap, this is all about filling your soul and enriching our lives, so that we have that confidence and that motivation to really make ourselves priority.
Yes, and we're going to have a big 80s night dance party too.
Oh,
Saturday.
Yes.
Okay.
Who doesn't love that?
The 80s? Yeah,
I know.
And I know every song, every word, the whole thing.
Oh, yes.
But can I remember what I had for breakfast?
No, not important. Not important. But Debbie Gibson's songs, you know, from the 80s. Yes, I got that. what was I going to say? Oh, so for the retreat, do people fly into Portland? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And they should buddy up because then they can drive together to the destination.
Exactly. Even the drive down is beautiful.
Yeah.
You know,
Gorgeous.
it's just a gorgeous state. Yeah, especially if you don't get to come here often. I don't think Dr. Wright gets to come over here too often. So,
No, that is
yeah.
really all the way across the world from her. So good job, ladies, grabbing her. Dr. Sanchez-Goettler, let's talk about weight distribution, weight gain, and menopause, GLP-1, like all the things, because I know, of course, a lot of women eat our bars because they're high fiber plus protein to help
Yes, that's so
manage
important.
satiety, gut health, all those things. And also if they're on a GLP-1 and things aren't moving, we know these are my subscribers, Julie. I need my bars because I have to have one every single day.
Well, I mean, it's so important. I mean, we've been finding how all of our specialties are really integrated. So if you're not sleeping well, you're gaining weight, and if you're not, and you're gaining weight, you're not sleeping well. And you know, same with your estrogen goes down in menopause, that is causing your fat redistribution. So a lot of times people will say, all of a sudden I have fat. I mean, I feel I've gained weight around my belly.
Right.
And so these new medications, I'm going to be talking a lot of details about them at the conference, but they have been life-changing for people. That we see that these hormones, glucagon-like peptide, GIP, glucagon, go down as people get into menopause. And so these medications can really kind of restore them to balance. And I think of them like hormone replacement therapy. They can really give them this. They do three things. They tell your brain you're full, they make food go slower through your gut, and then they improve insulin resistance, which is something that happens also when you have a decreased estrogen.
Right. Really, really
So
huge. And I'm
yeah.
so glad that all of you, plus the other two doctors as well, are coming together for this conversation and to lead the retreat. Because I think sometimes we just get focused in one discipline of menopause when
Yes.
we know it touches all. And I'm sure somebody's going to even talk about cardiovascular health as well, which for me, you know, being postmenopausal, that was a really big deal in my decision to start hormone therapy at 59. You know, was I in the 10-year window or not? We know that's sort of debunked now, but it's a big deal. So I love that you're approaching it from so many different directions because I think sometimes that can be missed. We just come out at menopause, perimenopause from one angle, and we're not a simple entity as women.
Yes. People don't
No, we're
realize
like
that a
little
lot of,
Ferrari.
yes, yes. Go
I
ahead.
was going to say we're like little Ferrari engines, each of us.
I love that. Yes.
Unique.
Yeah,
Complex.
we don't realize that some of the symptoms, like for me, the biggest one was palpitations. And I had never had palpitations before I went into menopause. And so,
Mm,
so many symptoms that we had no idea were related.
yeah,
Like itchy ears, you know, and that's something
Mhm.
that people
right.
complain of. Many
I
different
know
things.
that's what
And
Oprah talked about was her big
yeah.
thing. What were you going to
And
say,
Yeah.
Dr.?
I was just going to say, you know, we all have a menopause story, and this is our opportunity for those who are in the perimenopause or who are menopausal. This is our opportunity to rewrite it, right?
Mm,
So this weekend allows us to take a look at that story and then open up a new chapter for our lives and to write the story that was meant to be written, because many of us have struggled. And that's the other big takeaway is, again, why I say it, this is for women 35 and up or even earlier, because we struggled through menopause because we weren't armed with all of the education. So what we want to do is we want to educate those that are coming after us so that they don't have to be shocked. They don't have to struggle. They have all the tools right at their fingertips so that they can be ready to go into that next phase of life.
right.
And don't miss sleep. Don't think that hormones, you know, if you can't take hormones, all is not lost. There's lots of different options, right? And that we don't have to worry about jobs or job loss. I have seen so many women who are missing out on life because this has not been addressed, missing out on activities with their family, on promotions at work, struggling because this hasn't been addressed. So we're here to help change that, which is why it's called Shift, because shift happens no matter what. So let's learn about the shift.
Yeah, I love it. Embrace the shift. It's a superpower, if you ask me.
Yes.
That's
So
right.
good. So, what's the URL? Where should they go if they want to learn more about registering and all the good stuff and see the beautiful pictures? Because I've looked at them.
Oh, thanks, Julie.
It's at empowercollective.com. So empowercollective.com is where you can sign up for this. And just so that everybody knows, SHIFT stands for Sleep, Hormones, Inspiration, Function, and Transformation, because that's what this is really all about.
I love that. I love it, love it, love it. I'm going to put, where's nutrition fall in that? Transformation?
Well, it should be in
All
your
of them.
in all of them, and in
Yes.
function. It's how, you know,
Function.
nutrition is medicine,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
And I'd say too, for those who are on GLP-1 medications, it's extremely important because I'm really finding I track everybody's protein, and it's really important that they are having plenty of protein with every meal, because we don't want to lose any lean body mass.
No.
And so that's extremely important. And like you said, fiber, and
Keeps it
plenty
moving.
of green vegetables too.
Right, all the good stuff. Excellent. Okay, so empowercollective.com. And the dates are March 13th through the 15th, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so doctors, you decide who goes first, but or I should say how, do you want women to feel at the end of the retreat, after this experience where they've learned from all of you, they're in this incredibly gorgeous, inspiring environment, and they've taken time to pour into themselves? What is your goal? What would be amazing if they felt like blank after they left?
We want them to feel filled with hope, because I think traditionally menopause has been advertised as this very difficult time in life, which it is, but almost that it's the end of you, the end of your vitality somehow. And that is not the case at all. And so I think for me, one word would be filled with hope, leaving, because part of what we'll be doing is thinking about the future during this retreat. We're going to be asking, where do we see each other in 5 years? What are our plans? How are we going to manifest them and make them happen? So, yeah, hopeful.
I love that.
And
Sounds
for
delicious.
me, I would say radiant, because it's for me, that's the inner and outer joy. And
So good.
like the shackles have been removed and they can dance.
Dancing. That's why you're having
Yes,
dancing.
yes.
Yes. I love it. Okay, Dr. Matsumura, bring us home here.
All right. Well, I'm hopeful that women will be walking in, maybe unsure, maybe feeling like they're a little bit invisible, and they are going to be walking out with their cape flying high, and they're going to have their superpower, and they're going to be very confident as they step forward into their future.
Wow. So they're hopeful, they're radiant, and they've got their cape on with their superpower, confident about their future. That is a no-brainer. Who doesn't want to be there for that?
I want to go.
The three of you and Dr. Vonda and Dr. Shipley, right, as well.
That's right.
Super exciting, beautiful. Well, we'll be sharing in our newsletter the link to help people sign up. Of course, there'll be some MenoWell bars there, and I'm super thrilled. Fingers crossed. I've got with the M Factor screenings, my travel schedule is crazy, but I put a pencil over those dates, ladies. So let me know
That
before
would
you
be
sell
amazing, Julie.
We'd love to see you.
to have you there with us.
Love it. Yeah.
So good. Thank you for doing all you do. It takes all of us, all of your expertise and your time, right? You can just be doing what you do in your own little space of the world, but you're contributing in such a big way. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
too, Julie. Thanks for
All right.
everything you do. And you're such an amazing advocate and
Yes.
supporter.
It takes all of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. We're continue to lift up menopause. That's our job.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, everybody. Thank
All
you
right.
for being here. To be continued. Again, the link is, you can say it. Go ahead.
Empowercollective.com.
That's
Excellent.
right.
Okay, go to it
All right.
right now. Okay.
Thanks.
Be well.
Okay,
Go well.
Thank you.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.